Welcome back to the ARC's studio. We're continuing with the air control theme, and in this video I want to show you how easy it is to play in the highest registers if you're doing the right things, and the right thing in this instance is controlling the speed of the air. We do this by positioning the tongue into the vowel sound E. Traditionally, many players like to think of or when they're playing. That produces a slower stream of air. What we need to play successfully in the highest registers is a very fast stream of air, followed by an even faster one. How do we achieve it? By putting the tongue into that E vowel sound position and saying ki. You can hear that air sounds fast. If I do the opposite and say ah, the air is slower. And as we saw in the previous video, that would steam up a mirror. It's a very good test as to whether you have the right speed of air. If you don't steam it up, it's fast enough. If you do steam it up, it's not quite fast enough. Hope that helps. Moving on to now playing in the upper register. Traditionally we start going from A to B across the break. In my view, it's much easier to start at the other end and start from high C. So this is the same as a conventional F in the low register with the register key on. In this instance I'm going to do that, but then I'm going to release the register key and try to keep the upper register note speaking with the speed of my air. As you can hear, it's not very well in tune. That's really the role of the register key, in my opinion. It's a tuning device. It is not the way that you should be able to change the register. If we need to move into the Altissimo Register, we need to change gear again with the tongue position and move it even closer to the reed. That means the air will go even faster again, and less of it. Less is more in this instance. So if you need to play very high notes, don't try blowing too hard. It actually makes it much more difficult, as it takes more energy to move more air than less air. So if the volume is less, it's easier to move it faster. So moving up from the high C, that's very easy. I'm doing that with the register key. Here it is without the register key. Just as easy and almost as in tune. Not quite, but there again, that's the purpose of the register key, the tuning device. One other advantage of playing with the fast air is that you can get an incredibly good pianissimo sound which disappears below anything that any other woodwind player can manage. We call it smoking them out. I will give you an example of that. Listen to how far it can go down and how it can come back from nothing. Now you may notice there's no airy sound around that note. What do I mean? Sometimes you hear beginners very often playing like this. That sound is the air is simply not fast enough. And the only real solution to that is move your tongue closer to the reed, make the space inside your mouth smaller. When that's achieved, it sounds like this. No airy sound, no wasted air. The air is our most valuable resource as a woodwind player. Why waste it? Keep the airspeed up and all of your registers should work beautifully. Keep watching. See you soon.